Oh man, we definitely had a blast on the bike at PBIR. As you guys seen in last video, we beat the crap out of the bike on the track. Actually, look at how much bluing we got in the exhaust. It's starting to really look nice. So in this episode, we have something really fun planned, and it's right over there in that white box. Stay tuned. So as you guys seen in last episode and the episode prior, we've unveiled the bike. We did a super big unveil at Ducati Sanford. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll put a little card up here so you guys can watch it. And in last video, we went and did a private test and tune shakedown test on the bike at a private track day at PBIR. It was rider development day, so we could get faster but also more comfortable on the 848 Desmo. So we've noticed that, of course, you can't just do a dual bank setup and expect the tune on the bike to be perfect for this whole new exhaust system that completely changes the geometry, the amount of pipe length, the size and diameter of the pipe. There's just so many things that have changed, you know, just going from what's practically a race ECU map over to now this new exhaust. Of course, it's going to run lean in areas, it's going to run rich in areas. We don't really know until we put it on a dyno, but we do know one thing: we need to tune the bike, and we need to tune it specifically for this dual bank style exhaust. So what we did is we hit up the best company in the business for Ducatis that do electronics. So if you can already speculate, you know what this is. This is a brand new ECU from Microtech. Look at that. With the billet cooling fins. This thing is just such a nice piece of kit, and huge shout out to Microtech for jumping on board for this build to really get the most out of this bike that we can. So today, what we have to do, now, just to show you, of course, it has the software cables, the CAN bus system, all that stuff as well. But today, what we're going to do, and I'm not going to be doing a lot of time lapse and, you know, keeping you guys bored by disassembling the bike as you've seen me do a million times. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tear everything down. Well, we are keeping the nose on there, and the right side panel can stay, but we're taking the belly pan off, the left side, the tail, the custom undertail, all that stuff, because we have to pull the exhaust off so we can weld a bung on both of the pipes, so that when we take it to Microtech next week and get it tuned, that we can actually have bungs on there to run a dual wideband setup and tune this bank by bank. So it'll be the best tune you could possibly do on a bike and an exhaust system like this. So now the fun part. Let me go ahead and tear all this stuff down. All right. Rear manifold or mid pipe, whatever you want to call it, is off. I've already drilled the hole for the bung we're going to put in. Can set that there so Uncle Matt can weld that. We've got the front header pipe off. That actually already is an 18 millimeter O2 sensor, so I'm not even going to weld in that one, so we can keep it that way. We're actually just going to polish this pipe up and button up the finished welding. Like I said, this was like kind of mock up, you know, to get it perfect, to test it out on track and see how everything was going to hold up and perform. If we need to make any changes, we could make major changes then, but everything's good for now. So now, out with the old, in with the new. So let's go ahead and get it installed. All right, so all I've done is I put the ECU in the bike. I don't know if you can really see it up there, but I put the ECU in the bike, and now when I turn it on, I don't hear my fuel pump. Yeah, I don't hear the fuel pump prime. So what I'm actually going to do, I can see it says Microtech, so that's all well and good. Sebastian at Microtech is the one that's actually going to tune this. So he told me I can throw a base map on here and basically, you know, start it if we needed to. But I don't really want to mess with it. I actually don't want to do anything at all. So we are going to go ahead and just leave it as it sits, and then have Sebastian work all his magic, and then we'll go ahead and get to play with it more. All right, so big day. As you guys seen earlier in the video, we installed the Microtech ECU, but now we are at Microtech. Sebastian is the man when it comes to Microtech ECUs and the whole Ducati platform. He is the guy, the guru. So we are here because the 848 is getting dyno tuned. Yee-hee! So before any tuning, just getting a baseline basically to make the bike run proper, because it had the wrong map on it. It was running like shit. So just a baseline, we're already at 115, and he hasn't touched the tuning, the ignition, nothing yet. So now we get to see some gains.